Are you ready?
Hello, everybody. Bienvenidos. It's your host, Andres Salazar. This is the Art of Comics channel. We talk about fine art, illustration, comic books, manga, all kinds of things. I'm in my sweater, which there's some debate if this is a male sweater or a female sweater, but you know what? I'm going to own it. I'm wearing it. And so I'm claiming this sweater, whether it's a unisex sweater as of today. So that's what's up. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Chelsey. Do you know about the Chelsey Awards? I had no idea about this until I found this at a swap meet. And this book has some weather damage and potentially a dog had its way with it, but it's good enough to share on the channel. And I'm excited to share with you a little bit about some of the Chelsey Awards for science fiction and fantasy art. Basically, British, I think, based awards they do every year for fantasy and science fiction art. So I think illustration as well as like commissioned fine art type stuff. So let's take off this raggedy cover and let's go through this book. I'm kind of excited. This book is actually a certain set of years, and we'll kind of go through it here in a second. Let me tell you a little bit about this channel, what we got. If you want to know what I'm up to, not only am I doing paintings like this, but a lot of other types of figurative narrative work as well. Go check out my work at andresalazarart.com. I have a Patreon too, and I'm starting up a new comic book series called Weekend Warriors, which is like a isekai, reverse isekai, fantasy, D&D type story, slice of life. And I think that's a lot of fun. So you can see that on my Patreon, as well as Shangri-La, Boaz, a bunch of other comics that I do. So check out the Patreon, check out my website. I have an event. If you're local in the SoCal area, I would say from San Luis Obispo to San Diego, from the beach to Bakersfield, if you're in that radius, it would be totally appropriate for you to come and see me. May the 3rd is the opening reception to my solo show. So, boom, look at this little guy I made. Isn't that fun? Made a little solo show, a little flyer here. And we'd love to have you come to mention the channel, and I'll even give you a little taste, maybe a little discount, something like that. We'll do something fun like that with you. If you have recommendations of places I should promote and talk to others about my solo show, let me know. And with that, let's get on with checking out this book. Let's do it. Okay, everybody, are you ready to go through the Chelsey Awards? I am. I'm excited. Again, I never knew anything about this. That's actually really well done. This is like illustrator's heaven. I would love to get more of these books because this goes from, what years is this? I think this is like, let's see here. It's not all the years. It only goes to 2002 from 85, 2002. So I'd love to get the ones before that, if there are any. I don't remember when it starts, and the ones after. It's awarded after this artist, Chelsey Bonstell, who was, I believe, like an astronomer or had some kind of like astronomy kind of connections with his work. And yeah, let's just like start going through these beautiful pieces of work. Dinotopia, we see a lot of different stuff. You just breaking down. There's different awards, kind of like, it's not just like best illustrator, but there's cover illustration, hardbound, cover illustration, softbound, magazine, monochrome work, color work, unpublished, three-dimensional, gaming related, product illustration, art director, artistic achievement, and then there's like a outstanding contribution every year. So there's just some really cool stuff. And let's just take a look. Claiborne Moore, yeah, we know Claiborne Moore. And Tom Kidd, yeah, that's great too. So, and James Gurney, of course, we talked about Dinotopia. Okay, let's take a look at some of these. So in 85, we'll start with 85, and we'll see the cover illustration for hardcover Michael Whelan. I know Mike. I've heard of Michael Whelan before. I've seen his stuff, and some other books I'm aware of that he's done, some other projects. But I just want to double check my camera. You can see pretty well. Okay, good. Colors are beautiful in that. I'm probably just gonna flip through it. I won't have too much to say. There's things that are interesting. These unpublished ones are interesting because I wonder, like, were they an assignment that then the art director or manager of the project decided not to go with, or were they just like something that they came up with? So I'd be kind of intrigued by what unpublished means as far as like the origin of it. And for 85, the artistic achievement is Carl Lundgren. And looking at this is really cool. I really like these particularly. This one not so much. Not these so much, but these two I really dig. I really like the colors, the contrast here, kind of nice shapes. And that's really nicely rendered. These are both oils. I do appreciate that they say what they are and the sizes too. You get a kind of a sense of the piece as well when you think about the size, how big that is. Because that right there, 36 by 48 is, 3 feet by 4 feet, which is one of those paintings. Well, you can't see it, but one of my paintings. That's usually the size I do my work. And so you kind of like think about, okay, that's what's going on there. That's nice too. Okay, 87. What happened to 86? What happened? Did they just like skip a year? They might have skipped a year due to COVID or something. Just playing, no COVID. This is kind of cool. It's interesting. I do kind of wish that I knew. Oh, it does say what books it was for. So this was for Chalmers Homecoming. I like this one a lot. Oh, Michael Whelan. Again, Michael Whelan. It's good stuff. Great detail. Really fine work. It does look like water. Yeah, it's acrylics. I was going to say it looked like airbrush. And you can see some, gives me an airbrush kind of vibe, which I dig. Yeah, this is nice too. I do like these. Again, another Michael Whelan. I like these like big atmospheric kind of images, and that's what illustration is doing, right? Is really trying to create a world, create a sense of what this story is about. And this really just makes me ask a lot of questions about like, what is this world, and what's happening here, and why are they repeating, and who built these, and who are these dudes? And it's just this emotion of wonder and intrigue for me, and I really appreciate that. And I wish I could. I want to kind of come up with something like that. I do like it a lot. And then artistic achievement is Alex Schomburg, who I've never seen before, although I like this a lot. This is really well done. This one doesn't grab me, but this one really grabs me. That is really cool. Personal work, date unknown. It's not even that big. 20 by 15 inches is not big at all. In fact, it kind of doesn't make sense. That size doesn't quite look like 20 by 15. Something is weird about that, because usually it'd be a little bit more narrow. I like that a lot. These are cool. This is cool. These kind of like sci-fi stuff. That's cool too. The colors are really rich in there. I like rich colors. I like high key stuff. And James Gurney, Dinotopia. I actually bought the 20th anniversary Dinotopia book, which I was going to read with my kids, but neither of them want me to, so I might just read it myself. I bought it for the art because it's just really, really well done. So I might read Dinotopia just for fun. Yeah, I love this. This is really cool. This is cool too. That would be fun to shoot this. Get on a ladder, shoot your model a couple times, get it all composed, get some reference for tiles in these designs, and then just start freaking rendering. And now I would feel like composing this image would be a lot more fun than making it. Like, organizing it would be better than just like rendering it out. These are cool, little three-dimensional. I like the idea of them doing three-dimensional fantasy art. That's really kind of nice. I appreciate it. Oh, and the artistic achievement goes to Frank Frazetta. What would you know? Frank Frazetta, 88. Now, they're showing work from years past, right? This is in 66. It's a great image. Golden Girl's wonderful. It's beautiful. This kind of like watercolor and acrylics and things. That's really pretty. Pencil and ink. I mean, he could use... he's known for the oil, of course. That's where he kind of like lands. But his watercolor work was brilliant. His pen and ink work was brilliant. The values here are so good. Just the contrast, the really rich, deep darks, almost this kind of a Dutch painter type of vibe. This is one of my favorites of all time. And not only is she great, her figure and her face and such, the darkness here, but the way the way this pillar is and the sheen, it's kind of like a glossy sheen that's over that kind of colored marble is really freaking cool. Really dig it. And you can even, it's interesting, you can see like the linen or canvas kind of texture come through. I don't know if that was just an artifact of, the age of the painting or what. I don't think the original would have had that, at least originally. Maybe over years it kind of deteriorates. I don't know. Death Dealer is a classic. His stuff was wonderful. I do not know these two pieces, though. Look at this. It's beautiful colors. That one, too. Talk about, like, complementary colors, right? Yellow and purple are complementary completely, 180 across the color wheel. And using them together like this really brings out those colors and make them very vibrant and kind of, shimmer next to each other. I love these drawings too. These are both great. He's one of the best. Okay, 89. Don Mates. This is a very fascinating piece of work. Yeah, I like this. There's just a lot of like technical stuff. There's a little beautiful rendering of the faces, and yeah, design-wise, it's beautiful. It's fine. It's cool. Here's some James Gurney. We're gonna do more of him, I'm sure, later on in the book. That's a beautiful image. This image helped me set the direction for Dinotopia. Even before I came up with the idea of an island of humans and dinosaurs, I painted it in my spare time while working on an archaeological illustrator for National Geographic. Yeah. It's beautiful. That's cool too. And Ron Mates. Oh, we're showing that. I like this one a lot. Yeah, this one is really good. That's cool. Yeah, beautiful work. That's nice. That's really fun. The face is kind of a little playful. Stephen Hickman. This is nice. Beautiful details and just a lot of line work here. It's nice. Tom Kidd. Tom Kidd, that name is really familiar. I'm thinking of Chip Kidd, of course, who's a book designer. Winsor McCay City, that's fun. You know, Winsor McCay's the artist, creator of Little Nemo. And that's fun to kind of give him a little stuff. Ron Might's achievement. Wait a minute, didn't we have Might's achievement before? Artistic achievement, Ron Might's in 89. And 90. He wins in both years back to back. Come on, man. What's up with that? Guess he was pretty unpopular. You can't deny his talent, I'll tell you that. Okay, 91. 91 was a good year. Michael Whalen's back. He won for cover illustration. Paperback. And again for... Oh, I guess he got a tie with himself. That's interesting. And Michael Whalen here wins the achievement, artistic achievement. Oh, the Dragon Riders of Pern. Yeah, that was a beautiful book cover. Again, so many questions about what's happening in the world. Oh, Stormbringer. Novel by Michael Moorcock. Michael Moorcock. Remember we had that comic we talked about Is that Hawkmoor? Is it somebody different? I might be getting mixed up. It reminds me though of that comic we were sharing, that first comics. 82, Michael Whalen. Man, he's just like, Michael Whalen is the guy. It's pretty fun. Oh, the Dragon Riders of Pern. That's pretty. I like that. It's kind of, I like these classic kind of like work. Just so much is going on there. Just the time spent. You know, there's just like the amount of effort and time that goes into something nice like that. James Gurney for the artistic achievement for that year of 92. They're just beautiful. These are just really, really well done. And again, just creating this world of dinosaurs and this like fantasy place is just so cool. Like, this is a beautiful, beautiful image. And it's not that big. It's 24 by 48. So it's 2 feet by 4 feet, which is not that big. It's not that big. And he's got just lovely detail. It's lovely. It's lovely. I like this. This is cool. These colors are pretty. Another artistic achievement. James Gurney again. Yeah, I guess they just like, you just keep winning. You're like, okay, you're good. Just keep you going. There's another Tom Kidd. Yeah, Tom Kidd's good, man. I need to look him up because he's really good. It's interesting, you know, illustration, fine art. What's the difference? What's going on? That's cool. It's like, one is you're making work, the fine art world, for yourself, for collectors. It's like, it doesn't have to have a statement, but it's like what you're doing, right? and you buy it for that piece, for that context of the person. Illustration is using the same skill set, using the same things, but now you're doing it for an assignment. You're illustrating because you were assigned to tell a story, to make a cover of a book or a project, and it's an assignment. I kind of feel like that's really the only differences. One is you're just making it, which will eventually potentially go to be sold to collectors. One is you're making it for a company or person to put on some kind of product or project. Other than that, the skill set's the same. A lot of of course, illustration's more like representational, narrative, telling a story, but it doesn't have to necessarily be that. I think 90% is. Could these guys do abstract expressionist work? I bet they could. Would it be as powerful as some of the other stuff? Maybe not. You got to build up your chops. But I think generally these guys definitely know color theory. They know rendering. They know how to compose a page. And they know how to, they know all those elements of art, principles of design. And it's unfortunate that the worlds don't come together as much. There is a bit of a deviation. Now, maybe not nowadays. I think decades ago they definitely were. Maybe now, because of pop culture, more Frazetta, that's beautiful. Maybe because of more pop culture and such, you now have more blending. When I was at Frieze, that's really pretty. Another Frazetta, that is nice. At Frieze, I saw stuff that you would consider illustration. Big time. Like I saw painting a Halle Berry in bathing suit, or somebody dressed as Thor. So it was that was illustration. That was not, you can call it fine art, but I guess, yeah, there's a lot of blending, I would say. This Tom Kidd is good, by the way. That's amazing. This Tom Kidd is great. Look at this guy. I'm a freaking fan of him. If there's one thing I want you to take away, Tom Kidd, Don Mates, those two dudes know what's up. And James Gurney, who seems to be winning everything too. I was hoping to see some Catherine Jones, previously known as Jeffrey Jones. But maybe she didn't do much in illustration. I thought she would have been around here at this time. This is really pretty too. I like this. It's nice. And Michael Whalen. And showing a little bit. She's just kind of like, which do you want? What are you getting over here? What's up? That's a great statue. Claiborne. Don Mites again. Winner. One more time. '98. What was going on in '98? What was I doing in '98? I was in college. I was in college in '98. That's pretty. That's cool. Looks like, oh yeah, Dragon Magazine. Look at that. Look at that mouth, though. It's so cool. Really, is this oils? Yeah, oils on Masonite. When you have so much detail, you're not doing that on canvas because of the pushback of the brush. You're going to do that on hard board, so it's just like hard. You can go in there and do the detail you want. Well, in fact, you'll notice most of these, maybe not most of it, but a lot of it is going to be on board for the detailed stuff. There's exceptions, of course. Some people love working canvas. I like canvas, but I don't do a lot of detailed stuff in my work. Yeah, it's pretty. That's cool. That's kind of freakish. This is way freaking cool. That's really cool. Let's go to... Oh, Dragonlance. Todd Lockwood. Yeah, gaming related. Cover for Dragonlance Classics. Game module. Don't know who that gold dragon is, but I do like Caramond and Raceland Majar. Bob Eagleton wins the award that year. It looks like Daenerys from Game of Thrones. Michael Whaley. It could be, actually. The books had come up by then. That's cool. Stephen Hickman. Well, some hobbits at the Entmoot. That's cool too. It's pretty. Stephen Hickman. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful piece. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful too. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I do feel like I rush towards the end. I'm always like, okay, we've been here a while. Let's get throwing. I don't know why I do that. Just think a natural tendency to kind of like, okay, wrap it up. That's cool. I like the colors. Notice the, ultramarine blue there. Ooh, this is cool too. Donato Giancola. Beautiful faces. Look at this. Colors. Yeah. How big is this thing? Yeah, 68 by 38. So it's big. It's a big painting. Super cool though. I love Lord of the Rings. So any kind of Lord of the Rings. In fact, I should freaking do some Lord of the freaking Rings paintings, dude. Just say screw it. I'm going to do some freaking fan art. Some Lord of the Rings illustration. That would be pretty freaking cool. I might have to do that. That's it. Oh, that's it. That's it, dude. Oh, these are just little biographies. Okay, cool. There you go, guys. That's the episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.